Well, hello, Bob Dendry here, and welcome back to Transport Fever 2, where we are building the Reno, Thousand Oaks and Roseville Railway. So, as you know, we're coming up towards the pointy end of this series, but I have a big project planned for this episode. So, let's jump straight in and have a look. So, for today's episode, what I'd like to do is build a fairly major extension to our Hollywood line. In fact, it'll no longer really be the Hollywood line anymore anyway. So what we're going to do, we're going to start over here in Lexington where the line currently terminates. We're going to take it up over here to Colorado Springs. From there we will extend it to Birmingham, through to New Haven, and then we will wind our way around through this sort of mountain range to our final destination in Sioux Falls. So this is quite going to be quite a big project we're building here, and I'm excited by it. So let's jump in, let's get planning. First of all, I'm going to work out where our stations will actually fit in, and then from there we will get the line itself built. Let's start over here at Sioux Falls. So I can see we've got a fair amount of residential over here, so we might be able to slot in our terminus station sort of around about here or so. But let's have a look. What I might do here is build a little cross street here. We've run out of money, but that is okay. We should have some money coming in quite shortly. So there we go. I'm going to pull out this road here, and we will get in a terminus station there. It will be a full 320 meter long station. We might give it a go with 4 tracks. Obviously, we only really need 1 at the moment, but we're going to plan for future capacity. Whether or not we get to that future capacity or not is another thing entirely, but we'll plan. So we'll do that. And there we go. That will slot in quite nicely there. Also need to have high speed, so I might just quickly change those over. Next, if we look at New Haven, so we're probably going to be crossing the river about here or so, and that probably is going to go quite well, I would say, with where our residential is. Our residential is over this side, actually, so we could potentially run our line sort of along here instead. I think that will be the best option for us. So we'll make this connection here. And then we will build our passenger station. Alrighty, so let's get that one in probably about here or so. I think that should be pretty good. Next, on to Birmingham. Now, the situation in Birmingham is actually pretty good, better than I thought it would be. So we can, I think, probably get a little parallel road here, which will connect up around about here or so. And then we can lay our station pretty much right there. Alright, so let's see if we can make this work. I think that's a pretty decent connection there. And we should be able to get a building in here as well, or a station. Perfect. I think we do want to go via Colorado Springs. I don't think it's too much bother to have that work. It is going to be a little bit of a deviation, obviously, because we're going to come from Lexington and do a little bit of a sharp turn around here and then back up towards Birmingham, but I think it'll be okay. I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing. It will allow us to serve an additional community while we're at it as well. I think this one will be pretty straightforward. I think we can probably just pop it on the end of this road here. Obviously we don't have brilliant coverage there, but we've got a reasonable amount, and we can always extend that coverage as we go anyway. So that's our stations placed. Now we need to connect them up. And the probably most challenging connection is going to be from Birmingham to New Haven here. So we're going to start there. If we pop on our contours, you can see we do have a few major contour lines between Birmingham and New Haven. Of course, we do have the same to Colorado Springs as well, but it's a much longer distance, I think. Obviously keeping in mind we need to sort of make a turn here, and we also have the water to deal with. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how we'll make that work, but we will get started on that shortly. Alright, first of all, let's have a little bit of a look and see how we'll go just going pretty much straight down. Can we get down enough to make the crossing? And it looks like we're looking okay so far until we get to here. But yeah, so we are going to need to do a bit of winding, but it's not too bad. I think we'll still be able to keep up quite high speeds while we're doing that. We don't need the overheads either, so don't know why we're laying those. It's probably just costing us more money, isn't it? A tiny bit more money. It's probably not too bad. We're actually having some cash flow issues here, which obviously I never do particularly well financially, but we're looking quite bad right now, if I'm honest. We're currently at minus 32 million. So I'm just going to have a bit of a look around and see if there's anything sort of broken in the network that could be explaining this, because it doesn't look like there's massive issues right now. So I'm just looking at our balances on our lines right now, and I noticed this straight up. This main passenger line, which we recently upgraded, is minus 18 million. Why is that? Do we have something broken down? Do we have trains blocking each other? It doesn't look like it. And we had some massive capacity issues as well. But it seems like when we've put on extra trains, it's actually completely thrown out. Though there's not. So no, there must be something blocked in somewhere. I'm looking right here. Look at this. This is our problem. Okay, alright. So we've got this issue when we're starting to upgrade to 320 meter long trains, as we've been doing over quite a long period of time, to be honest. And we're not upgrading our infrastructure to fully support that. It's causing issues like we're seeing here, where we have trains that are blocking crossing loops, stuff like that, which is completely causing our network to break down. We've got heaps and heaps of trains stacked up. Look at this. This is actually a bit of a disaster, to be honest. So duplicating this whole section of track needs to be a major priority for us at this point. Because, I mean, it's just not going to work without that. We're going to keep having these issues. So I'm just slowly trying to clear out this massive backlog of trains through. So we can hopefully sort of repair this. But not looking terrible now. We've only got like 3 now waiting to come through, and some of them are obviously going to be going down here as well. So I think we've just managed to save ourselves here. Hopefully. But it's going to take a little while for our cash to build back up. Alright, so we've made our money back. So what we're going to do, we are going to double track all of this. We're also going to upgrade it to high-speed rail, and that should increase the throughput of these tracks for pretty much everyone using them. And that hopefully should cause things not to fall over in a big way, as they've obviously recently done. Alright, that should be all fixed now. We should have double tracked this entire time up to here, obviously, which should not cause any further conflicts. Alright, that should be, I say, all fixed up, and we should be able to continue on building our new line. Now this is actually a bit of a challenge. Very expensive, as you can see. But I think we can do it. I think we can do it. It's just going to cost a lot of money. Tell you what, that took way too long to collect the money to build. This is that was a bit silly. So this obviously is a bit silly in itself, but it's sort of necessary to get the line down to the right height for New Haven. Next, what I want to do is I probably do want to lift this line up a tad. Just so, while I don't really plan to use any boats or anything, it would be nice to sort of, you know, support the use of boats. If that makes sense. So we'll yeah, do that. I actually stuffed that up a little bit. We don't want to keep lifting out, we just want it to be flat. That is very flat, isn't it? Collision. Do you reckon you could get a small boat under that, I suppose? Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. And then we'll just connect these up. Wherever that may be. We'll just leave it at the higher height, I guess. Cool. Hang on. I bet I've connected the wrong ones up, haven't I? I totally have, but it's okay. We will just do a sneaky little switcheroo. It could be better. It definitely could. But it works. And look, see, the fishies are still using it, so that's good. Alright, the next tricky bit is going to be getting down to Colorado Springs. This isn't going to be anywhere near as tricky as getting down to New Haven here, so I'm pretty comfortable with how we'll go there, I think. Oh, actually, this is actually quite a drastic. Oh wow, that is very drastic, actually. Maybe we'll try and go the other way. This is ridiculous. Oh my god. Okay, I thought that going down to New Haven was going to be the silly bit, but it's actually this bit here. Very silly indeed. I wonder. I'm just gonna try something here. I'm just running a little bit of a track down here, and it's because this might actually be the way we need to go. And yeah, it's actually, we're actually going to have to reroute what I thought was going to be the best option. This is actually turning into something a bit silly. I keep saying silly, and I'm sorry about that, but I mean, it's just ridiculous, this line. So instead, we will be running a, we're going to be doing a number of bridge crossings. But hey, welcome to the show, I guess. I actually don't know why they won't connect. They appear to be, like, connecting quite well, to be honest. They're at similar height, but, yeah, I don't know. Let's just try it again, I guess. Let's try and make this connection again. Okay. Cool. And then what we're going to have to do here is do a further river crossing. Further expensive river crossing, I might add as well. Gosh. I made some quite silly decisions here, didn't I? Well, this is taking a lot longer than I was hoping or expected it to, but here we are, I guess. Whoops. Let's try that again. We should pretty much have enough money to build a nice high-speed viaduct. Yeah, look at that. And $2 million to spare. Perfect. And now we've got too much slope. Oh, just barely too much slope. We can pull that back. Perfect. Alright, and the last connection here is through to Sioux Falls. This one I think will be reasonably easy. And I think it's probably mostly going to be tunneled, to be honest. Let's have a look. What height are these two towns? So we got a height of 2.7 meters above sea level and 5.1 meters above sea level. So yes, we're probably just going to tunnel a lot of this. And I'm completely okay with that. There you go. The track is all laid. So funny thing that happened while I was building this. I was only expecting it to take, a short amount of time. I think it was about 2017 maybe when we started recording this, and it's now 2024. So we've done a whole lot of nothing really this entire episode. And we got a new vehicle that came out. It is electric. It is, I believe it's the Avelia Horizon. The Avelia Liberty, sorry, my bad. Which is it is a real life train. It is sort of the replacement for the Acela Express. Look at that, $166 million. We are going to be planning to run this on this line. So we will, in preparation for that, be electrifying this entire line. The whole current Hollywood line is going to be electrified. So let's go ahead and go through and do that. At the same time as we're putting in our crossovers and signaling, of course. Alright, so our new section of track is all electrified and good to go. Now we've just got the rest of the Hollywood line that we need to be electrifying. So, should be a fun time. Okay, so the entire Hollywood line is now electrified. Fantastic. Next, we need to modify the line to now include all of our new stations that we've built. And there we go. Okay, so that is the new lovely long cross map Hollywood line. I am going to leave it there for this episode. It's been actually a really, really long episode to record. So I'm really looking forward to editing it, as I'm sure you will imagine, but we will be back for next week. So we obviously have a lot of work to do here. I want to make this company completely financially viable. I want to pay off our debt, and I want to, just clean up all those sort of loose ends before we finish off with this company. So I hope you will join me next week. We will have another ride along. It will be probably, I would say, on the main passenger line on Tuesday, same as we did this week. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and ring that notification bell so you get a ding to your device the next time I post a video. You can find links to all my social media in the description, so please jump on there, follow, subscribe, do all that wonderful stuff. But until next time, I'm Bob Dendry. This is Transport Fever 2. Thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.